The following circle of negotiations will attention on next trading and safety relations among Britain and the EU. At a click meeting, Deutsche Chancellor Angela Merkel welcomed the breakout but outlined the following circle of negotiations as and though stricter chunk of talks rather than we include had before currently. France CEO Emmanuel Macron told we controlled to hold the oneness of the 27, the consistency of solitary marketplace, and accordance in our rules. Yet, EU countries insisted how for the transfer time Britain must pursue the rules of the EU solitary marketplace, that relating all of country aid rules to workers' rights, and take the jurisdictional of the trial of judiciary of the Europe Association. The guidance as well told the EU would not offer its head Brexit mediator definitive instructions on which to search in a trading transactions in the UK before March, compress the time scale for the talks though future. The UK will not include a voice in EU matters for the transfer time. Over, EU Committee CEO Jean-Claude Juncker said reporters how UK voters and Parliament, not Brussels, would be the ones to solve if or not Brexit goes front. While requested if Brexit will in fact occur, Juncker replied, how depends on the UK Parliament and the UK human beings. He's not up to us to solve which the UK include to make. The UK Social elect in a plebiscite in 2016 to keep the 28 nationality bloc. In a chirp, UK Main Secretary Theresa May welcomed Friday's judgment as an essential move on the way to supplying a sleek and neat Brexit and forge our profound and specific next association. Circle of ovation for May on Thursday night. EU leaders gave May a sudden circle of ovation following she tell in her peer pressure at a lunch in the EU Equity. Several of us mind, consisting me, how she did do big efforts and that has to be acknowledged, Juncker told. On Environment Night, lawmakers supported an correction to the Brexit draft how tool the UK Parliament must be taking into account a voice on the definitive transactions in the EU up departure begins. The voice came less than rather than a 1 week following the UK and EU coordinated on the at first stage of negotiations that turned on the UK's finance to the bloc, treat of EU countrymen residing in the UK and avoiding a difficult boundary among the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland. The UK was not guest to visit Friday's meet of EU leaders.